I love this whole thing you've got going on.
amazing.
This whole palette of colours and style going on. This is great.
Oh, their Eras. I mean, their Eras tour would be incredible, wouldn't it?
They have a lot of eras.
There's unrest in the streets if you haven't noticed.
Washington desperately needs soldiers up at Fort Ticonderoga.
I love this land. I want to fight for it.
I'd hoped that Jamie would stay away from it, but maybe he's supposed to be there. Maybe he always was.
You will not fight for the crown, even if for no other reason than to stand beside your son.
Battle is coming. I made a promise to myself I would never face my son across the barrel of a gun.
Hi, Sam and Caitriona.
Hi, Sam. How's it going?
It's going great. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm so excited to chat with you about Outlander.
Oh, thanks for chatting with us.
So I was able to watch the first 3 episodes and I loved them, first of all. And I loved seeing Claire and Jamie return to Lollybroch this season. Sam, what was the feeling on set in returning to that place and to those characters?
Yeah, I think the fans are probably as eager to return to Scotland as Jamie and Claire are, and young Ian. And I think, it's been a part of Jamie's life. He's a true Scotsman. He's a man that is based from Scotland, and he just can't wait to go home. And to return to Lollybroch, his ancestral home, was so rewarding. We have worked on that location for many years. We've got so many great memories working there. Yeah, I think the fans are going to love it. And there's a lot of surprises in there as well, a lot of returning characters that maybe the fans weren't expecting.
Yeah, I definitely had that. I won't give anything away, but Caitriona, for lack of a better word, Claire sort of goes through it this season. Even in just those first 3 episodes, the emotional journey she goes through is almost overwhelming. Can you talk a little bit about being Claire this season and sort of what your reaction was to those scripts?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was probably as shocked as the fans might be when I first read, especially episode 11. It's very challenging material as an actor. But in that, I think it's kind of amazing that this deep into a show, your character does something as shocking and as exciting and surprising as that. But Claire really does. I think it's one of the toughest things she's had to endure in many seasons. She really does go through it.
One of my favorite internet moments from this summer was seeing the cast of Outlander go to Taylor Swift's Eras tour in Scotland. First of all, can you tell me just how amazing that was?
It was such a nice moment because, we've spent many years together as a cast, but yet we're always working so hard, and it's just hard to get everyone's schedules to align. So it felt just like a very special moment where we got to all go together, and celebrate. And we were looked after so well, and I think fully embraced the Swifties, or were embraced by the Swifties, should we say?
I think that was one of the most amazing things. I'd never been to a Taylor Swift concert before. I didn't know the whole thing about the bracelets. And I went with none, and I came back with a stack. And it was just like the amazing, her fans are incredible. And, it runs the gambit from very young children to people even older than us,
Which is right.
But it was amazing. There was just such a positive, happy vibe in that stadium. It was really, really special.
Do you have a favorite era for Claire and Jamie?
Oh, their Eras. I mean, their Eras tour would be incredible, wouldn't it?
They have a lot of eras.
Yeah.
What would be their favorite era?
I guess it has to be this one, right?
Yeah, the era that you're in.
Staying in the present. I like it. Thank you so much for your time today. Can't wait for everyone to watch the season, and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
Hello. Hi, Sam.
Hey. Hello. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Richard.
I love this whole thing you've got going on.
amazing.
This
So
whole
cool.
palette of colours and style going on. This is great.
Oh, Thank you so much.
Well, I feel like we just stepped back into the Mackenzie Lallebrook home. It's kind of 70s. It's cool. I'm into
That's
it.
kind of where I was going. Thanks for picking up on it.
Welcome to the family.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm so excited to be chatting with you both today about Outlander. I actually had the privilege of interviewing you both for the first part of season 7. And in that interview, Sophie, you told me.
Oh, look out. See if Richard's pockets are bulging and they've got chocolate wrappers in them.
Right. Did you see?
I did. Is there anything that I should keep an eye out for this time around?
Ooh. Fake ring. That's all I'm going to say.
Fake ring. Good one.
Ah, all right. I'll try to figure out what that means.
I think you might get to it pretty soon. Yeah. Fake ring.
Well, it's not a spoiler to say that Bree and Roger are separated in this part of the season. We know Roger went through the stones to find Jem, and Bree stayed back in her time. For both of you, is that an adjustment when filming to not have each other as scene partners, especially after so many seasons together?
I think we've both been through periods where we've been apart as Roger and Bree, and where we've both worked with very different characters. But I think going into it, knowing that we were going to be apart for an indefinite amount of time was, I would say, a different feeling. I think because now we've kind of strayed from the books, we don't necessarily have that comfort blanket of knowing what's coming next. So even season 4, when we had some time apart, we knew that at some point Roger was going to come back to the Stones and they were going to reunite. And I think this time it was a little more up in the air.
It's also a fun kind of thing to explore, because you'll see 2 very different characters. See a different Brianna and a different Roger, because without each other, they're different people. So you'll see different sides of them, because, you know, when they're together as that kind of power couple, they are something quite specific. But it just, I think, allows them to open up, and you'll see a sort of a kind of wider gamut of character in each of them. And I think that was a lot of fun to explore. And it says a lot about the relationship and how kind of solid and how far that relationship has come to allow them to do that and have the trust in each other to go off in completely different directions and do what they have to do.
Yeah, definitely felt that growth from each of your characters this season. And I'm not sure if this has ever been studied, but Outlander has to be one of the most rewatched shows ever. Is there a show like that for either of you?
Band of Brothers.
Oh my gosh, Band of Brothers.
Band of Brothers is my most watched TV show.
Band of Brothers, great show. Yeah, The Pacific was great too.
Truly brilliant.
One of the best things about watching Outlander each week is going on social media. Which of the new episodes do you think will be the most talked about by fans after?
Favorite episode of this season, of season 7B?
709, probably. It's going to get a lot of people talking. Sure.
What happens in 709?
There's so much stuff happens in that episode.
Like, do you want to tease it?
Well, I can't say too much of it. Spoilers, but
okay, so we're just
709, maybe, definitely 716. Either 709, 715 or 716 is definitely going to be, yeah, it's going to get some rating. Yeah.
Nice. Are you in that one?
Yes.
We'll leave it spoiler free.
You know what? I'm really excited for you guys to see 709, because I just think it's been such a long time between the seasons, and this one we really did shoot as one. It really stands as one, and so I'm excited for you guys to get straight back in.
All right. Thank you so much for the time. Thanks for chatting with me today. It was a pleasure.
So nice to see you. Take care.
Bye.